This is a long overdue update regarding the person on YouTube known as Kimberly Beregrove, whose real birth name, I should say, is Peter. Beregrove is not Peter's actual name. As Kimberly Beregrove, Kimberly had quite an extensive YouTube following as a transgender trucker, and she used her channel to educate, and especially because she's a Christian and a former minister, to proclaim the gospel. She did wonderful Bible studies. And that's mostly why she had a following, but she also had a following because she was very attractive. She grew her hair out. She had thick auburn, reddish brown hair. Her hairline was where it belonged. I'm 68. Peter is 11 years younger than me. And anyway, an effective communicator, wonderful personality, splendid human being all along. I've known Peter/Kimberly for a few years now, after Peter's wife read my autobiography, A Roller Coaster Through a Hurricane, through which Peter's wife finally understood the gender dysphoria and the nature of being transgender experienced by Peter, and why it was important for Kimberly to live. Well, here we go. Here comes the update at the 2-minute mark. It's been 8 months that Peter's gender dysphoria resolved, and he experiences himself completely as male, and he no longer has the need to express himself as a female. He doesn't feel female anymore. And this began the end of last year. I've known about it since early this year, but I found it necessary for Peter to have an extended period of time succeeding, that the gender dysphoria didn't return. He and I both went through periods of fluctuation. He had never had any significant ones of the experience of himself as male, but he did have some, even when he cut his hair, because it was so dramatic. So strongly did he feel male and have no sense of being female. It's been since early in 2018 since my gender dysphoria resolved, and I've been living happily as a male with no sense of being female. Well, Peter Beregrove has now made it 8 months, and he called me yesterday. We hadn't talked for a while. He called me yesterday, and I knew immediately, because as Kimberly, she had just a perfect feminine voice. She had perfected altering her voice, and the pitch was female and the expressiveness was feminine. So whenever I get a phone call, I know immediately who I'm talking to, whether it's Kimberly or Peter, and I knew immediately it was Peter. And Peter is doing great. Peter got a job where he's teaching, and a job he did before attempting to transition, or transitioning for a while as Kimberly. And he's enjoying the work. He and his wife are doing well. And he just reminds me of myself. The peace that a person can experience after having this push and pull between male and female, this conflict over who am I? What gender am I supposed to be? Outwardly, the world knows me as a male. I was identified male at birth. I grew up as a boy. I married a female. I had kids. I was a father. I had a male job in a male-only ministry. I did. Peter did. Peter's been married a long time. Peter has several children. So to have that conflict resolve, and you feel like only one person, during the height of my gender dysphoria, I said, I can't be two people. I felt like my brain was on fire. So to have that resolved is just, it provides such wonderful peace. And that's what Peter is experiencing, this wonderful peace. He's happy, he's healthy, he's doing great. So all of you who have known and loved, whether you've known and loved Peter or Kimberly, they're the same person, only expressed outwardly differently because of the inward experience. And now for 8 blessed months, Peter has enjoyed peace wholly, outwardly and inwardly as male. Praise the Lord. He gave me permission. He said, say whatever you want to say, Greg. And so I said it for 6 minutes. And there you go. The Lord be with you. Bye.